Hi Taurus, this is your January 2026 reading. I'm Mystica Venice and welcome to my channel. Let's start by clearing the energy. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now to give divine messages to Taurus for January 2026 for their highest good. We thank you for being here. How was your holidays, Taurus? I hope everything was wonderful and that, you were able to relax and have some downtime. There was a lot of change in the air, but I feel like it was more of a season of rest, and I hope that you were able to rest. Yeah. So I want to start by pulling a couple of oracle cards to see what your themes of the month are. And this is the Star Oracle. Alright, it's a really beautiful deck, so let's get into it. Okay, for Taurus, what can Taurus expect to come up for January 2026? What themes can Taurus, will be coming up for Taurus? What themes this month for Taurus? Anything? Cards are a little sticky here. Okay, so what do we have? Aries. Act. It's time to act on something you've been thinking about, or take action towards something you've been thinking about. If there's been something that you've been thinking about, this Aries here has their third eye activated here. So if you've been like having the intuition to move on something, or maybe even to move, it's saying like the time is right, because you have the energy to do so right now, and like the motivation and determination behind you. You also are feeling very like innovative at this time. It's the beginning of a fresh start. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and so it's like something, a new direction that you're being pulled towards, and it's telling you it's time to act on that. Anything else from this deck? These cards are a little slippery. I like the way they feel though. Structure and activate. So act and activate. This is interesting. Solar flares. So like something is being activated. Like something, there's something that you're acting on, something that's activating within you, that you're just feeling called. This may be like some sort of spiritual downloads, or like shifts in identity beliefs, something like, a different direction you're being called in due to like a shift in changing. Maybe you received new information which is has shifted some of your beliefs, and this may be what you're being called to act on with this new passion. So the Saturn and structure. So structure, this calls for like working within the traditional foundations to enact change. So if you're like in activism or politics or something, it's like saying that like your work is being called within this structure. Do you see how there's like this? I feel like that's you in the middle there, and you're within this structure. So you are like acting within this structure to create this change. Maybe you're being called to like a more traditional type of employment, career. This could be within a family dynamic in the structure of that. So we will see how these come into play as I pull the cards. And we'll probably pull some more oracle cards, and I've got some other cards that I'm looking forward to using. Okay, so this is the Vintage Tarot. It has sort of the like original Rider-Waite style. Okay, artwork. So what's coming in for Taurus? January 2026 for Taurus. I can't believe it's already 2026. Are you kidding with me? These ones are, I can't see them yet. I'm going to pull a few cards so we can see exactly what's going on here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there was two there. Ooh. Wow. So you have the Nine of Pentacles here, which tells me that like you're in your Empress era, like you're in your comfort zone, you are seeing the fruits of your labor, like you've made your life very comfortable with all the things you need, you know, a bit of luxury that you're being afforded because you've worked really hard to get where you are. A lot of times I see this card and I think this is like she's on her way to the Empress era or to a queen, and then you also have two queens here, but first the Wheel of Fortune. So something is happening, right? Like we said that you're acting and activating. So with the Wheel of Fortune, this tells you that like luck is at play here. Luck is on your side, and there's something that's like happening for you at this time. And then you have the Queen of Wands here and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this is you coming into like this version of yourself that you're really strong now after having like overcome a lot in the past, worked really hard in the past, and like as you've worked really hard in the past, it's proven yourself to you that like you do have what it takes, and you are like now in this era, like whatever you're acting on, we'll pull cards to clarify what this is, but whatever you're acting on is it like really suits you. It's bringing you into your own. And then if this is not you, if you're like, you know, because these are general messages, if this is not you, then these are two women in your life that are helping you to level up or giving you this good fortune, because you have the moon after that, and it says that like something is coming to light, and it may be from these two queens. These could be, you know, mothers, these could be employers, these could be like yourself of what you're leveling up to, but there's something that's coming to light with the moon, and you're going to have to like really trust your intuition and stand your ground with like what you're feeling at this time. It also talks about looking into like our shadow side and the deepest parts of ourselves, like shedding a light on these things that like we don't really take the time to look at all the time. You know, maybe because we don't want to, or maybe just because we're busy, you know, we don't always have the time to. So it's about integrating shadow self, I feel like, to acclimate to this level up that you are receiving in January. Like this Wheel of Fortune tells me that this is like a really big level up for you. So I want to pull some clarifying cards on this. This is awesome, Taurus. Whatever you're doing something right. These are so far wonderful cards. Ooh. That one wants to be accentuated. Okay. So you got the Six of Swords, and this talks about leaving a situation for calmer shores. But in this case, you know, it feels pretty calm on both sides here, right? And I was feeling this. Like, are you like too comfortable? Are you in a place that you're so comfortable that you like haven't wanted to act on things? You know, is it comfort, or is it, you know, could it be fear? Right? And it says you're like moving away from this let's keep going. Let me pull a few more cards on that and see exactly what we're talking about here. Oh. Yeah, you've been holding on to you've been really good about your finances, holding on to your finances, but it also represents like a little bit of a stuck energy. So like it's almost like this comfort is now holding you back from the level up, right? But have no fear, you've got the Wheel of Fortune here. We're still kind of seeing where this like post story is coming from, and then you have this King of Pentacles and this King of Cups. So this may have been like a relationship, a marriage, a traditional way of being. I feel like this could be two people in your life. Maybe you have a big family. This is two moms and two dads, but like I feel like this could be a father and a lover, husband, but or a workplace, but or mindset. But you are like walking away from this. You're walking away from these kings, and the Wheel of Fortune is taking you to these queens. What this could be is that like you have been kind of living in your masculine energy, like the need to protect yourself and strategize and to like command the army. Like this could be this where you're like now going to be softening up into your more feminine era, especially with the moon here. That represents feminine energy. I'm gonna pull a few cards on this Wheel of Fortune so we can get a little more. You know what? Actually, let me pull from here and see what's going on. Actually, who are these kings? Who are these kings? Let's do that first. Who are these kings that are being left behind? This is like somebody that people that you had a lot of good times with. You have Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody that like you started this. You also have Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You started this really like you built this fortunate time here, right? Like you celebrate, you had great times with this person. You really started a life together and built it up. It's in reverse now, and now it's like making you feel trapped. And then you also have the Three of Swords in reverse, because something about this it like suggests that there was like heartbreak, possibly even a third party with these two kings here. So you're leaving this comfortable life behind here. And you're going to trust your luck. And you do have luck on your side. Let me just, I'm going to pull, let's see. What do we have for this? Because you are only the Nine of Pentacles there, which I don't want to say only, like this is a really special card. Like anybody happy to be this woman. But she also, despite the king energy and this heartbreak, she's known for being self-sufficient and like being alone. Not that she's lonely, but she doesn't need anybody or anything. So like this kind of seems like a whole lot of drama here. And she doesn't need it. She has everything she needs. She's built up her own stability, her own home. Release old energy. This too shall pass. And the weight of the world. Yeah, it feels like everything right now, right? So get this heartbreak. And if this isn't like a heartbreak of a like a boyfriend relationship, girlfriend, husband, wife, it can also relate to like co-workers and people that you worked with, and this could have really hurt you. It could be family and the way you feel family, that you always like doing things, everything on your own, supporting the family, and they're celebrating, and like, you know, a little bit mooching off of your money, home, empire, and it's breaking your heart, right? So, you know, these messages are, like I had said, was they're for the collective, right? So if it doesn't resonate with you, don't make it fit. I also do personal readings through FaceTime or Google Meet, something like that. And but if you can kind of see, if this sounds like I'm talking about your story, then this is for you. Like whether whoever these people are to you, actually drop it in the comments if you know. So let's see, what's this luck coming in? Because you have a lot of luck coming in. I'm going to do these ones. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. What's going on with the Wheel of Fortune? The World, the end of a chapter. Oh, okay, we got it. End of a chapter. Congratulations, like you succeeded in this with flying colors. To me, it seems like you're just not like willing to let yourself be taken advantage of again, because you also got this bonus card, which is an interesting one. It's not any of the suits or the pip cards, but if you see, it's like this person is taking her by the hand. These are both women. Taking her by, it's like kind of feels like pulling her to sway her in her side. When there's a person behind here that's sort of like running away. I thought it was a glass of wine at first, but I think it's actually a flower. It speaks of empty promises. Either that or it could be somebody new in your life. The bonus cards are a little harder to decipher. It's got a lot of green, which represents like healing. And there's some fruit and flowers, which represents fertility and creativity. You might be spending more time with your friends, as they're all ladies in this picture. But it's definitely the end of this chapter. But so what more about this Wheel of Fortune? What is this luck? I mean, the luck is that the chapter ended, a successful ending to the chapter. What else about this luck? What else can we expect to see? Some luck here. Yeah, you're gonna be, you're done grieving. Your grief is now over, and you're coming in. It's King of Swords upside down. You're coming in as like actually maybe it's like you're just not gonna take any like BS from people. Like the King of Swords really cuts away. He's able to be a successful negotiator. If this is the end of like a marriage or a business contract, this is a social a negotiator and like contract reader, and he really he can be quick-witted and fun too, but also very stern and like not to be crossed. So that's the energy you're emitting right now. And then with that, let's find out what's going on with this Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. Who are these people? There's the Queen of Pentacles here. I think it's you're going from you successfully negotiate this contract with the luck and the end of the world, and maybe with the help of some friends, some good contacts, right? And so this puts an end to your grief because now you successfully negotiated this contract, so it takes you from being the Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. There's growth here, right? She has She actually has a little ram, the Queen of Pentacles, on her chair, which is what you also had when you got the Aries. Okay, let's see here. Oh, so on the Queen of Pentacles, you've got the Star upside down, which means like you finally like finished healing or some stage of healing this grief, that the closure of this grief, right? I don't know if you can see that. It represents grief. So like you finish this healing with that coming in upside down. It's like the tail end. So it's completed. Like you're feeling more stable. And you got the Queen of Cups, which is like, you know, you're starting to be able to feel your emotions, to speak clearly about your emotions. And so you actually have, what is that, 3 queens. So you're really coming into your queenly era, your crone era, your most intellectual era. Like you're really able to like direct and make change in your life, effective change, and people see you differently. Like you've gone through a lot of, I don't want to say trials and tribulations, like you've gone through a lot of tests and passed them, and that's how you achieve these different levels to become queen, right? And then you have the 8 of Swords, which is kind of tells me like you're still growing into this on the inside. You're growing into it because it's like you know, you're done feeling trapped, right? You're done feeling like this. And these are different ideas that like make you feel like, even though you're coming into these queen roles and you've healed, you're still like having trouble, like, you know, healing's a process. We're never really done healing, right? So you're still having trouble like kind of believing something about it, like maybe whether or not you deserve it, whether you're worth it, like but you really just need to like break free of these thoughts. You know, each sword is a thought of what you think you can, could, should, would do, right? So you're just trying to get used to this role. And then you get the Queen of Wands. Wait, why is the 8 of Swords here? Oh, yeah, it's like you're getting ready to go. You got the Chariot and the 6 of Pentacles. So it's like you're getting ready to like go in a new direction. And you're still overcoming these ideas that are holding you back. But what you really want is to give equity, to give back. But also you're finally like, this is your karmic reward to go into your queen era here. Because it's about the scales of justice turning in your favor. Where once, you know, you were giving too much, now you're learning to receive, but it has to always be reciprocal in order for it to work. Like the energy always has to be, you know, exchanged, not held on too tight like the 4 of Pentacles you had here, because that blocks the energy. And then the Chariot is like, you know, whether this is like an actual move or if you're just like your energy is moving into a new place, like, you know, or a new career, like you're moving on from this is in the past, right? It's just, it was taking a little bit for your mind and your thoughts to catch up with it. So Queen of Wands. Oh, you know what I wanted to do too is do a couple of these. Can you tell me more about this Queen era for Taurus? What about this Queen era for Taurus? Six months. Moving in 6 months. Focus. And whatever you want to do, it requires focus. This thing that you want to act on. And planning. with the Saturn and the structure, right? You got the Aries and the act. So you're gonna have to focus if you want to pull this off in 6 months. So don't let those thoughts distract you. Distracting thoughts, that's what that is. That Eight of Swords. What, anything else here? Purify your energy. Yeah, you know, if you're feeling like these thoughts and stuff, you know, go for like a nice long healing walk, or listen to, you know, meditative music, and or do like a guided meditation or yoga or swimming. I know that's not a great time of year, but something that you will feel cleansed. Maybe it's like a healthy, eating healthy, staying away from vices, this kind of thing. So let's find out about the Queen of Wands, because now you're moving into this fire era. Once you like transmute this energy of what was happening here, these distracting thoughts, then you're ready to go. Then you're ready to act, right? So Queen of Wands here, and you know, she represents growth and fire and action, and she's like quite lively. She's supposed to be the most fun queen in the deck, you know, somebody you want to like chat with and talk to. She has the sunflower for happiness here, and she also has lions for courage, both on the tapestry and on her chair. And then the black cat, she's the only queen that has a cat, I believe. Yeah. And that stands for intuition. So now you're ready to use your intuition, which is perfect to go with this moon, which stands for intuition, because now it's almost like you're acting on instinct now. Once you transmute this grief that's behind you, that's coming behind you towards the end of the month, this is something you're still processing, right? Like, we're in January, so this is, you know, it's still, we're not yet at this like fire horse that everybody keeps talking about. You know, the new year really starts, the year of the fire horse this year, or whatever, Lunar New Year this year is February 17th. And then spring begins March 21st, or 22nd, depending on where you are. And that marks the beginning of spring. So really, like, the end of winter is, you know, somewhere between February and February 15th, 24th, something like that. So you're still like in this slow period where you're sorting out the details of what you've been working on in December. You know, there may have been some blowout too through the holidays where you were just like, you know, I'm done with this old story here, with this heartbreak. I'm done feeling this way. And so it's sort of like sorting out this maybe blowout from the holiday season, or, you know, whoever you may feel hurt by. It doesn't have to be like heartbreak, but you're definitely feeling hurt. So Queen of Wands. Let's see here. Queen of Wands. What are we acting on? And what is this joyful jolliness that's coming out? And the intuition. What is this instinct? This desire. What is the Aries? I know you're Taurus, but you've got Aries in your themes of the month. You may know somebody that's an Aries, too, or one of these people could be an Aries that you're acting on releasing this old energy with. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Another queen. Didn't you get Queen of Pentacles? Yeah. So it's saying that you're acting on your intuition, you're acting with courage, but you're also like have created stability for yourself with this new change. And it represents an earthiness to this fire that is like keeping you grounded. So much queen energy here. I mean, you are really like top of your game, leveling up. Whatever these old past versions of yourself you're leaving, It's like really, people can see the glow up that you've had, and like, your energy is shining, and people are noticing it. But it's something that, it's quite ethereal. They can't touch it. Knight of Wands. This is the action. There's either somebody coming towards you, or this is you taking this action, this growth, to do something, where the Queen is a lot more intuitive. She thinks about doing things, and then the Knight then does this thing for her. So why is the Knight of Wands here with these queens? So you have something to celebrate here. It's just action, action, action. So this could be, obviously a wedding. It could just be, a union. It could be you're celebrating this chapter of this move. Whatever it is that you're deciding to act on, it's something to celebrate, because you just got all wands. It's all action. Like, are you moving? Are you celebrating a new job here? It could be you're moving for a new job, and you're celebrating that, like you've got a promotion here. It's part of the glow up. So this card represents celebration. They also call it the 1111 card, or actually I do. This card represents, this is a 9 of Wands, and this represents the end of a difficult cycle. You've proven that you are resilient and resourceful, and stoic. Like, you have gotten a little battered along the way, and you're celebrating that this era is over. It's all wands here, and then 8 of Wands. You're getting a lot of messages about this because people are noticing your glow up, right? Somebody is taking action towards you. They want to maybe come to your side, or to offer you this new position. You're going to celebrate that, and it's happening very, very fast. And this is going to put you back in your Queen of Pentacles era. It's like you could try, like they tried to topple you, but they couldn't. Whatever it is, these people, these energies, the universe, I'm not saying the universe would try to topple you, but like stuff just keeps happening, and you're like, why is this happening? But it's like you're passing all these tests with flying colors, and it's just making you a better person. Like, transmuting all these trials and tribulations is making you a better person, which is very exciting. So let's see why the moon is here, huh? Okay, so what is this we don't see coming? Why is the moon here? What don't we see coming? What is this action is coming? It keeps not telling me what actually that is you're acting on, but I suppose it's because it will be different for everybody. It's gonna bring you so much emotional fulfillment. You're gonna be so happy with whatever this secret or thing coming to light is. So that's where, like, we got to go back to this Wheel of Fortune. Whatever is coming in is for your favor. Like, you may have, like, you could have been, like, if say this was a job, you could have, like, lost this job and people were backstabby, but somebody else finds out that you don't work there anymore and they really want to hire you for their thing, right? Or, either you cut some people off because of difficult family situation, and it puts you into your glow up era because you transmute some energy, and now you're like feeling very self-confident and working on yourself, and that's what this glow up is about. And then maybe you move. A whole bunch of things. So what else about this moon? What else about this moon? else can you tell us about this moon? This ten of cups here. Whoa. Yeah, like it's definitely somebody. Some people are speaking about you on your behalf. Working in community. That's what this card is. Working in community, and that's bringing you emotional fulfillment. Like people are standing up for you, and getting you to be in on this plan of action, this goal, this job. You got the Five of Wands in reverse, so there's a lot less friction here. I would definitely still watch out for friction, and know when to cut your losses. Wait a minute here. So this is interesting. I kind of feel like because you're leaving this behind, this past situation behind, and these people that were in talks behind your back and friction, you knew when to cut your losses, and so that is bringing you emotional fulfillment. And then you got the Ace of Cups, which is talking about like, just like the 10 is the end of a stage, and this is you're going to reach this stage, but you're going to be at the Ace of Cups, and so you're going to start at the beginning, but this path is bringing you to ultimate emotional fulfillment. It's really amazing. This is such a good reading. Let me pull a couple of these on here. What about this moon? Maybe what it is, you're surprising these people with what this thing is, right? They're so surprised. They're in friction about it and talking about it, and kind of backstabbing each other because you actually surprised these other people. Past person. Adjustment period. Yeah, they'll adjust because you're doing fine, and they're just gonna have to adjust how well you're doing. Heartwarming moments. Yeah, they'll come around once you realize you're doing the right thing for yourself. This has been an amazing reading. Happy 2026, Taurus, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.